Hello. In this video, I'm going to give you some ideas on how to make Cornell notes or to review that using the article that you'll be reading today. Sometimes the common good outweighs individual freedoms. So let's get started. There are several ways you could do Cornell notes. One way is to download the template that is on the Canvas website. Another way is that you can use your own paper, and if you use your own paper, you can set it up in this sort of format here. Bring this over. This sort of format here where you have it's an I, you have writing over here where you'll take notes, and then an open space over here, a little bit smaller, and then a summary section on the bottom and room at the top. So you can use your own paper and write it in yourself if you'd like, or I hear that you can do this on Google Docs. Also, there is a Cornell section. So whichever way you want to do it, you can use those methods. So let's get back to how the Cornell notes are structured. So the first thing you should do on your paper is you should put your name, even though you will be turning this online, and it's going to be linked to a name. It's always good to have your name too. So in my case, it would be Mr. Lindemann. Okay, and then the topic, and the topic is going to be this article. So it'll be article. Sometimes the common good outweighs individual freedoms. And you can spend time to capitalize if you want. In this case, I'm just going fast, so we're not going to. Okay, then what will happen is as you read this article over here, and there is an audio version of this, if you want to hear my voice, my lovely voice and more, as you read that, you're going to write notes. So how, again, you should skip ideas between the main ideas, but you're basically writing the main ideas from this reading over here. You can abbreviate as needed. So for example, one of the most fundamental tensions in democratic political systems arises from the attempt to balance the protection of individual liberty and the pursuit of the common good. Too much emphasis on the liberty and the well-being of the entire nation may suffer. Too much focus on what's best for the public at large and the interests of some, perhaps many, individuals may be trampled. But few countries achieve a perfect balance between the two. So as you go through, you'll see that they're outlining what it means to have this balance between the common good and individual liberties. So that might be your first thought up here, and you can put it out as balance individual liberty with the pursuit of the common good. Okay, so a few things on taking notes if you're downloading is that this template that is put here, you have to go to the next line. You have to click on it. If you try to just enter this here, it'll just make those bigger. And I guess you could do that. So it's up to you, but I would recommend possibly just using the next line and then keeping your words brief or decreasing the type size. So then your next thought, or if you have a sub thought under here, you can go too much individual liberty in the entire nation may suffer. And the next point. So that's how you can go ahead and you do your notes. You can just type them in, skipping lines as needed between main ideas. So the next main idea, you would probably skip a line and then put that in, and that might be the basis of individual liberties. So you keep going and you type out all the notes that you would want over here. And again, I would suggest main ideas from each paragraph, supporting ideas indented or A, B, C, D, and then the next main idea, and then supporting ideas under that. There's no real wrong answer. It's just going through and writing down notes that are important to you that show your understanding of this. And as you do this, you will probably get a better understanding of this article. Then after you've done that, you're going to go back to this over here, and here you're going to type in the main ideas that are coming from your notes. The It can be the key points of the vocabulary, important people or dates. So if we were looking at this, one of the main ideas that is coming from just that first little bit that we had. So you might want to pull that over here, balance between individual liberties and the common good. All right, and so as you go down, you go ahead and you pull out the main ideas or the key points or the vocabulary, and you just put them here so that you'll have more information here, but this gives you an idea of what that information is. Then when you go back, you read your notes and you look at this, and this is sort of like the questions, the main things that might be on the test. Finally, at the very bottom, you're going to write a summary of what this article was about or what these notes are about. So as you're doing that summary, I want you thinking, if I were going to explain this to someone, what would I say? So I'm not going to write or tell you an example of a summary for this, but I can give you a hint that it is going to be about individual liberties versus the common good. So can people do whatever they want at the sake of the common good? And that's what this article is about, dealing with wearing masks in the coronavirus. Okay, well, hopefully that was helpful. If you need more help on this, you can contact your individual teacher, but at least hopefully this will get you started. And then after you've done this, you can save it, and then you'll be able to upload it to your Canvas, or you can take a picture of it with your phone and upload the image, or if you're doing it in Google Docs, you can just share it directly, if I'm not mistaken, right into Canvas. Have a nice day.